Okay. Um. God damn it. Okay, hold on. I need to figure some things out. I'm still like, I still don't really know completely understand how all this works. Hello, Kaylee. I'm gonna go let my dog in, and then I'm gonna take the quiz. So stay there. If anybody else joins, you have the liberty of telling them to stay, Kaylee. Okay. Hello, everybody. Hold on. I need to. Okay. Hello, everybody. Wow. Okay, my mic is loud. Hang on. I'm gonna see if I can change that. Can I like change? Okay. Uh. Okay, that should be good. I'm getting this all set up. Don't worry, I'm gonna get to it. Just turn your volume up, really high, and you should. You know what? Actually, yeah, it's. Hello, everybody. Yeah. Ooh, still figuring this out. Okay. Um. So. Yeah, this is gonna be real exciting because you're gonna get to know absolutely everything about me. Let's get started. You enjoy vibrant social events with lots of people. Not really. If it's people I know, then yeah. But I mean, like, I only know like 3 people, so yeah, not really. You often spend time exploring unrealistic yet intriguing ideas. All the fucking time. Um, I think about my future way too much in like unrealistic goals. So your travel plans, like I don't travel. Uh, there we go. I've taken this before, so I might just sort of breeze through it. Um, but I haven't taken it in a while. I'm pretty sure I've stayed the same since I don't know, man. You often think about what you should have said in a conversation long after it has taken place. Nah, I never. I think about what I should say for way too long before getting into a conversation. And I mean, I know it's better um, to think, but I think about absolutely every single word. Like if I'm talking to someone, and I'm like, let's say I want to ask them what kind of music they like. I'm like, oh no, should I say what kind of music do you like, or what kind of music are you into? Because adding the into might add a level of intimacy, and like I don't know if I'm like that with this person, and I mean I just met them, so it's probably not appropriate. But I mean like sounds way too basic, so maybe into might send out as fucking yeah. It's a mess. I'm a mess. I told you this wasn't gonna be very entertaining. If your friend is sad about something, your first instinct is to support them emotionally, not try to solve their problem. Yeah, I mean, I used to like immediately go for a solution, but like now I've known that if a person is coming to you and not directly asking for advice, it means don't give them advice. It means they're just trying to vent. So if they're just coming up to you and like, hey, I want to tell you something, and then they talk to you, it means they're probably not asking for advice unless they ask you. So, like, I don't know. People can rarely upset you. You often rely on other people to be the ones to start a conversation and keep it going. Not really. I mean, I usually try to start a conversation, especially if I am, if I like the person and like, I want to continue talking to them. Because what I do is like I try to learn everything, absolutely everything about a person with one conversation. It's not a great way to go about it because because like if I were to start a romantic relationship with somebody and I do that, we'd end up getting bored because we know everything about each other from like the first time we talked. And that actually happened with my first um relationship. That's what happened. That's why we broke up so quickly. But anywho, if you if you have to temporarily put your plans on hold, you make sure it's your top priority and get back on track as soon as possible. Absolutely not. Uh, I I put my plans on hold all the time and then get distracted with something else and completely forget what my plans were in the first place. Yeah, you rarely worry if you had made a good impression on someone you met. Yeah. It would be a challenge for you to spend the whole weekend by yourself without feeling bored. Well, I think this channel is proof of the contrary. So, I spend every weekend alone, even before the quarantine. You are more of a detail oriented. You're more of a detail oriented than a big picture person. I guess so. I guess like moderately agree. You are very affectionate with the people you care about, very much so. I want them to know I love them every single minute of the day. Um, you have a careful and methodical approach to life. No idea what that means. So it's just yeah. You are still bothered by the mistakes you made along fucking always at parties and similar events. By the way, if you're kind of bored right now, the stream isn't about the quiz. I mean, I could have started it after I finished the quiz and then just read through the thing it provides you with. But I want to show you the process, like everything. So maybe I don't know. But yeah, the whole point of this is to read the thing afterwards. At parties and similar events, you can mostly be found farther away from the action every time. I haven't gone to the last few school dances because I knew I would just sit in the corner drinking root beer. I don't know. You often find it difficult to relate to people who let their emotions guide them. Not really. I mean, I also don't really know what that means, but how come the chat's so dead? I have to say it in a funny voice so I don't sound thirsty for attention. But like I like hearing from you guys so I know who's watching. So maybe fucking talk more. I don't know. I also say Weo. Oh, thank you, thank you, Kaylee. When looking for a movie to watch, you can spend ages browsing through the catalog. That's Netflix in a nutshell. You can stay calm under a lot of pressure. So sometimes I can stay calm, but not rational. Like I can, if I'm under a lot of pressure, sometimes I can stay calm, but I still can't like think rationally. Uh, so not really, I guess. When in a group of people you do not know, you have no problem jumping right into their conversation. If I'm like forced to talk to them, then I can probably figure it out. But if I'm just walking by and I hear a group of people that I've no knowledge of talking about something that I don't care about, then I'll just ignore them. So, yeah, I'd say that. When you sleep, your dreams tend to be bizarre and fantastical. Every night, I have really cool dreams. Like, I the really cool dreams are the ones I remember, and like the really bland dreams are the ones that I don't. So it seems like I only have bizarre and cool dreams because those are the only ones I remember. In your opinion, it is sometimes okay to step on others to get ahead in life. Fucking no. What are you? Uh, me that help. I just want to make sure it's still going. You are dedicated and focused on your goals, only rarely getting sidetracked. Well, on my personal goals, I focus on them quite a lot, but like, yeah, I mean, it says your goals, so like my personal goals, I have intense tunnel vision on. I mean, uh, yeah. Um, if you make a mistake, you tend to start doubting yourself, your abilities, or your knowledge. Yeah, because I mean, it's mostly because of the people around me. I mean, I don't purposely surround myself with these people, but sometimes if I make a small mistake, everybody's like, "You're fucking dumb. You're worthless. You're stupid. We don't need you." And then I cry, and they make fun of me more. Um. Anywho, when at a social event, you rarely try to introduce yourself to new people, and mostly talk to the ones you already know. Um. Yeah, most of the time, but like if I see somebody all by themselves, I'll try to like talk to them uh, to make them feel more comfortable. Um, so I guess slightly, I guess I'd agree more than disagree, but still there's like exceptions. You usually lose interest in a discussion when it gets philosophical. Not really, no. You would never let yourself cry in front of others. Absolutely not. I cry all the time. Well, I don't cry all that much, but when I do, I make sure I have an audience. You feel more drawn to places with a bustling and busy atmosphere than to more quiet and intimate ones. No. Actually, all the way no. You like discussing different views and theories on what the world could look like in the future. Yeah, pretty often. Didn't mean to smack the mic. Man, this must be really uncomfortable to listen to because I keep slamming the mic around. But when it comes to making life-changing choices, you mostly listen to your heart rather than your head. I mean, I've never really, mm, I've never really. I don't remember the last time I made a life-changing decision. Because maybe it was just like a minor change, but I don't. So I don't know. I don't have enough information to complete to complete that. You cannot imagine yourself dedicating your life to the study of something that you cannot see, touch, or experience. Um, I mean, yeah, kind of. I mean, I kind of like I'm quite interested in psychology, and it's not something you can see, touch, or I mean it's all about the mind, but I mean, so I guess kind of disagree just based on that. You usually prefer to get your revenge rather than forgive. Yeah, no, I'm like way too forgiving to a fault, in my opinion. I think. Yeah, but you often make decisions on a whim. If it's like a previously mentioned life changing decision, I make sure I'm absolutely sure. But revenge is sometimes fun, but it depends. I mean, yeah, it's sometimes fun. I mean, if it's to somebody that you don't like, I mean, I guess there's some exceptions. So yeah. Um, but like if it's somebody I care about, then I'd most likely forgive them, especially if it's nothing critical. Um, You often make decisions on a whim. I mean, I guess, sure. The time you spend by yourself often ends up being more interesting and satisfying than the time you spend with other people. Absolutely not. I mean, I've had a lot of great times by myself, but like, the times I spend with my friends are much more memorable. So, yeah, no. You often put special effort into interpreting the real meaning or message of a song or movie. Um, I mean, I usually just Google it if I'm really interested, so I'd consider that special effort. You always know exactly what you want most of the time. You rarely think back on the choices you've made and wondered what you could have done. No, no, I always fucking do that. When in a public place, you usually stick to the quieter and less crowded areas. Yeah, you tend you tend to focus on present realities rather than future possibilities. Yeah, no, I think about the future all the time. My brightness is way too high. You have a hard time understanding. Wait, does the brightness go down for you too? No, it doesn't. Okay. But, you often have a hard time understanding other people's feelings. Not really. I mean, I might, if they ask me for advice, I'm not always the best at giving advice. I'm not very good at giving advice, actually. But like I'm good at listening, and this is just my resume. Like I'm a really good listener. I may not give the best advice, but you have the pro. But I mean, like the pro to that is that I won't give you bad advice. It's when starting to work on a project, you prefer to make as many decisions up front as possible. Usually, what I do is I think about everything I want to do. So actually, yeah, that's exactly what this is saying. So yeah, I yeah. When you know someone thinks highly of you, you also wonder how long it will be until they become disappointed in you. Yeah, like somebody's like, "Great job." I'm like, "Thanks. Just wait a few days." You feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and striking a conversation. Absolutely. You often drift away into daydreaming about. Yeah, everybody has those visions in school of like if a fucking if the fucking Korean army busted through the door, you'd jump off you'd grab all the desks and start chucking them at them and uh just take them all out barehanded. Everybody everybody thinks about being the hero. That's yeah. I don't know. You look after yourself first, and others come in second. Not. I actually like all things considered. I don't take I don't take that. I don't take really good care of myself. Like I have to be reminded of everything. Like if I was just left by myself, I would rarely eat. And even when I did eat, it'd be like fucking canned soup and hot chocolate. Um, and I'd shower like once a week. It wouldn't be that good. I mean, I'd go to bed on time because I really like sleeping, so I think that'd be fine. Um, you look after. Oh wait, I just said that. No, not really. Even when you have planned a particular daily routine, you usually just end up whatever you feel. Yeah, whatever I feel like at any given moment. Yeah, even if I think of a routine, I never stick to it because like I improvise a lot. Like something like I have a planned routine, then something throws it off. I'm like, oh, guess we're doing this now. Yeah, your mood can change very quickly. Yeah, I've been extremely. This is stuff I should be talking to my therapist about. I've been extremely irritable lately. Like if my mom calls me, I go up and help her. Then I go back downstairs and I sit down. And she calls me again. I'm like, oh, okay. And then I go help her and I sit back down. She calls me again, and I knock everything off my table in a fit of rage. It's not even that. Like, that actually hasn't really happened. But just anything like playing. I had for my relaxing piano pieces video that I uploaded on my CRLH channel. Go to my other channel section on this channel, and you'll find it there. I play piano. Um, but on that, I had a different, like, another song that in there. It was originally five, but I kept messing up on one, like in one specific area, because the timing was really weird. Like, I knew the song all the way through, but the timing on one specific spot was really weird, and I could never get it right. And then, but then when I put it up into C Music, it was just horrendous. And I played that song about 152 times, and I had 35 minutes of footage of me just yelling and punching my keyboard because I would mess up every time. There was one point where I actually made it through the entire song, but then right at the end, I fumbled, and I was so angry at that. And that was only like on the second try, and I went on. It was bad, but Um, you often contemplate the reasons for human existence and the meaning of life. Quite often, I must say. You often talk about your own feelings and emotions. Anytime this certain thing is brought up, I immediately think of one situation where I had just gotten out of a meeting with the counselor, and I went back to class, and I just poured all of my feelings out to one of my friends. I had got back, and I was like, "Listen, this is what we talked about in there." He didn't ask me. We were just like, we were in structured studies doing homework, and I just went up to him, sat down next to him, and I was just like, "Hey, guess what? I'm sad." But wait, it gets worse. Um, you have got detailed education or career development plans stretching several years into the future. I mean, they aren't incredibly detailed, but yeah, there are a bunch of things I want to do. You rarely dwell on your regrets. Um, Spending time in a dynamic atmosphere with lots of people around quickly makes you feel drained. And no, I mean, like, I don't usually spend a lot of time like that. Sorry, I. But when I do, it always makes me feel way more energized. But it yeah, no, it I seem to get more depressed that I have to leave afterwards if I'm in an environment like that. But you see yourself as more of a realist than a visionary. I'd say this one's about neutral. I'd say like I'm a little bit more of a visionary. I mean, like, I usually think of like impossible situations or like how my perfect future is gonna go. But then like, it all sounds dandy to me, but then I bring myself back down to earth, and I'm like, that's not gonna fucking happen. So, just want to make sure the audio's still working. I'm gonna do that. I don't. You find it easy to empathize with a person who has gone through something you never have. Yeah, yeah. I have a lot of friends who have gone through things that I have never experienced, and I still understand. Obviously, I wouldn't understand what it's like to be in that experience, but I understand how it feels afterwards, like the kind of emotions you experience afterwards. So, yeah, your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy than to organized and consistent efforts. Yeah, most of the time. So, sorry about the mic again. I keep rustling with it. Your emotions control you more than you control them. Yeah, I have a hard time controlling, specifically my irritability. Like, it just comes out of nowhere. Even when I'm like, you need to calm down, my subconscious just like, stop being a fucking pussy, throw that mug. Like, after a long and exhausting week, a fun party is just what you need. Nah. You frequently find yourself wondering how technological advancement could change everyday life. Yeah, yes, I do. You always consider how your actions might affect other people before doing something. Yeah, I mentioned this earlier. I do that a lot. You still honor the commitments you have made, even if you have a change of heart. Not really. If I like change my opinion on something, I look back and I'm like, man, I was a fucking idiot. I'm glad I'm set right now. So you rarely feel insecure. Hold on, hold on. Let me just. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. I am male or other. No, male. I am a person, man. Man, I'm a male person. Ooh, look at this. This is the cool stuff, right? I'm INFP. I still don't know what the P stands for. I know INFJ is like. I know the J stands for judging. And for a while, I thought I had the INFJ personality. But I don't think so. Because I watched another video and I was like, oh shit, this doesn't describe me at all. But, it says that INFJ people are more likely to lead a revolution to change the world. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm too fucking lazy for that. Um, so this trait determines how we interact with our environment. I'm 58% introverted, 42% extroverted. Really? I'd say that this is about like that. Or wait, no, it would go like this. Yeah. Cause that part, no, yeah, like that. I'm very introverted, but I mean, like, if I'm around more than like three people that I like, then I'm pretty social with all of them. So yeah, um, this energy, this trait shows where we direct our mental energy. I'm 74% intuitive, 26% observant. I don't really know what a lot of these words mean, so if you do, good for you. You can know more about me than I know about myself. Nature. This trait determines how we make decisions and cope with emotions. 88% feeling, 12% thinking. Yeah, I'm very like I function on an emotional level. I don't really think a lot. I just follow my emotions. I have like emotional thoughts. I don't really have like critical thoughts, or I don't know if that makes sense at all. Wait, you can just like backslash INFP personality and pull it up. I don't know. Tactics. This trait reflects our approach to work planning and decision making. I'm 57% prospecting, 43% judging. Oh, so the P stands for prospecting. Oh, that's what each of these fucking mean. Look at introverted, intuitive, introverted, I, intuitive, N, because like there's already an I, so I, F, it doesn't make sense. Feeling, F, prospecting, P. So, like, yeah, cool. This trait, identity, this trait underpins all others, showing how confident we are in our abilities and decisions. 92% turbulent, 8% assertive. Yeah, I'm not assertive. That's the only word I know. Yeah, I'm not. Boink. No thanks. These will live. This will live on. This will live on forever in the form of the VOD that comes after it. Yeah. Here we go. Here's the fun stuff. I'm gonna read all of this, so strap in. Introduction. On the outside, mediators, INFP, yeah, I got that right, may seem quiet or even shy, but they often have vibrant, passionate, ooh. I agree. I agree on a spiritual level. My F key is broken. Oh darn. So you can only type F in bursts of 5. That's cool. Well, if you want to stick around and learn more and learn so much and learn a ton about me, because I mean, like, you don't know anything about me. We've never met, so this will be your chance to really get to know me. So strap in. Uh, but they often have vibrant, passionate inner lives because they make up such a small portion of the population. People with this personality type may sometimes feel misunderstood or out of step with the world. Fortunately, their caring nature can help them create and sustain deep relationships with their loved ones. Hell yeah. I'm an intimate person. Mediators value authenticity, empathy, and harmony. These personalities tend to act with the best of intentions, and they are rightly proud of this trait. That said, they may feel isolated or discouraged when other people don't share their idealism. Yeah, yeah, I value empathy over so much. Um, yeah, I act with like best thoughts. I'm Yeah, that it does sound like that takes a lot of effort. I wouldn't be able to bear that. Um, but yeah, they I I do often feel isolated when other people don't share like my thoughts. When I share something, they're like, "Nah, I don't get it." And I'm like, "Oh, that's the best way I can describe that, I guess." Um, yeah, I never act. I never have ill intentions with my acts. I always act with what I think will benefit the most people. Um, Usually that means not talking at all, because a lot of people really like it when I don't say anything. It's great. Get me out of here. Speaking their truth. Many mediators are curious about the depths of human nature, and they often make an effort to understand other people's true feelings. This can make them capable of great empathy. It can also enable them to communicate in ways that are sensitive, original, and quite moving. Quite moving. Oh, that means. Ooh, that means I'm original and moving. I can make a cool young adult novel. That means. Oh shoot! It said original. Oh, fuck me! I didn't mean to slap it that hard, but wasn't that a really good roast? Wasn't that an incredible roast? Oh. But yeah, perhaps I'm kind of just reading this, and it's all like emptying out of my brain. I usually when I read stuff out loud, I don't collect I don't collect the information. So it would be better. I would be able to understand these words better if I read them silently. But you're not here to just stare at a piece of paper piece of at a piece of website. But yeah, Lerthunk. Wow, that is like an insane delay. Why is that delay so massive? Um, but yeah, if I funk that funk though. Um, but if I read it out loud, and this happens all the time, if I read it out loud, then I don't collect the energy. I'm just Why do I keep saying energy? I don't collect the information. I'm just like looking at words and repeating them. But I'm gonna try. Perhaps because of these strengths, mediators tend to crave opportunities for creative self expression. Oh, yeah, I do. I jump at any opportunity I see. Well, not actually, no, not every opportunity in life, but I mean, like, I don't know, it happens sometimes. It comes as no surprise that many famous mediators are poets, writers, and actors. People with this personality type often enjoy dreaming up all sorts of stories and possibilities. Man, they're really calling me out. It's almost like they know me. By using their imaginations in this way, mediators can explore their inner nature and their place in the world. That said, they can have the tendency to daydream and fantasize rather than take action. If they don't act on their dreams and ideas, mediators are likely to end up feeling frustrated or unfulfilled. Yeah, I think that's the main source of my depression when, like, because I have set goals and dreams and fantasies, and where I am right now, it's damn near impossible to fulfill them. And so that just digs me deeper and deeper. Um, in search of a calling, mediators may feel directionless or stuck unless they connect with a sense of purpose for their lives. You just said that. But for many mediators, this purpose has something to do with helping and uplifting others. Empathetic by nature, these personalities may feel other people's suffering as if it were their own. Uh, this only strengthens their most motivation to be of service. Yeah, I definitely because I'm so self-conscious and like anxious about everything. I don't take a lot of action even when I'd really like to, but like um yeah, I actually don't know where to go with that. Yeah. But yeah, I often feel others' pain too. I'm never like, "Oh, thank God I'm not that poor son of a bitch." I feel their pain with them. Premium profile. What the fuck is that? Let's see. I don't want to ruin this. Oh, I thought that meant like a premium package. Average watch time. How long have I been streaming? 37 minutes. Wow. Big boy stream. Not really though. Although mediators might want to help everyone, they may need to focus their attention and energy to one worthy cause at a time. Otherwise, they can become so overwhelmed by all the problems they can't fix that they're tempted to give up on even trying. Wow. Wow. That is my current state of mind. That has been my state of mind for the last 17 and a half years cuz that's before I was conceived. Um, this is a sad sight for mediators' friends who often depend on their hopeful outlook. Eh, eh. Honestly, my thoughts are 2021 is either gonna be the is either gonna be the worst year or the best year. Like either 2021 is going to be the apocalypse and the end of humanity, or it's going to be perfect to catch us off guard. And then in 2022, when we're all sensitive and delighted and stupid and ignorant. We're all like, 2021 was great. Maybe we misjudged this decade. Then 2022, boom, asteroid. Like, you can mark my words with that because I will be seen as a prophet if that comes true. Um, Fortunately, like the flowers in the spring, mediators' creativity and idealism can bloom even after the darkest of seasons. Although they know the world will never be perfect, mediators still care about making it better however they can. I hope it would be A, but now am unsure. What? Explain yourself. And I'm gonna keep reading. Although they know the world will never be perfect, the latter part of A, the latter part of Oh, you don't want to say it because it brings bad luck. But yeah, the latter part of A would be pretty cool. Wait, so you want 2022 to kill us? That's I mean, like, it would be a nice, refreshing. It would be a nice breath of fresh air. Hello, M4. I don't think I've seen you before. Um, yeah, I'm just going through my personality. I'm pretty sure this is Space Rock. I'm pretty sure this is the first time I've seen you here. Um, but what a great time to join because I'm talking about everything you need to know about me because this is way too personal. Um, Unfortunately, like flowers in the spring, Mediator's creativity and idealism can bloom even after the darkest of seasons. Although they know the world will never be perfect, mediators still care about making it better however they can. This quiet belief in doing the right thing may explain why these personalities so often inspire compassion, kindness, and beauty wherever they go. Yeah, I really bring out the best in people because they strive not to be me. I'm hilarious. I'm so funny, dude. Wow, I'm really strengths and weaknesses. We got 8 of these motherfuckers. So you're gonna um strengths and weaknesses. Mediator strengths thoughtful. Mediators care about other people's feelings. They adjust their actions if they think they might hurt anyone, even unintentionally. Kind-heartedness flows from mediator personalities, and everyone around them tends to benefit from it. Generous. Mediators rarely enjoy succeeding at others' expense. If I were to succeed, but in my Starship is going to be the next Cyberpunk 2077. I don't know what those words mean. I just know Cyberpunk 2077 has like state of the art penis physics, and that's pretty rad. Um, like you can add and edit the amount of veins and individual hairs. It's really revolutionary stuff, and I'm glad they delayed it so they could perfect it. So they can perfect that. We are very generous. Um, yeah, rarely enjoy succeeding at others' expense. Even if I was at like Billie Eilish levels of fame, if there was one person that I had to step on to get to that height, I would feel like absolute shit and try to change. Starship is the fancy SpaceX rocket. Yeah, I still don't know what you mean by it's going to be the next Cyberpunk 2077. I don't know what you mean by that. Uh oh. Yeah. I would dive into. Well, I don't know anything about the game. Let's just keep going. It's never gonna hoopin'. We in general, people with this personality type want to share the good things in their life. They value equality and they want to ensure that every voice and perspective is heard. Exactly. Open minded, very much so. I like to say that I'm very open minded. Mediators tend to give other people the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, most of the time. Even like, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I am. They aim to be tolerant of other people's beliefs, lifestyles, and decisions. Generally speaking, mediators support others' right to live as they see fit, as long as no one is being hurt. My God, if only everybody could be this way. Like you, I'm gonna. You ever heard of gay marriage? It's like, hey, why are you against the gays? Because it's a sin. But what if they're not Christian? Well, it's still a sin because it's wrong. Well, they're not fucking hurting you in any way. So why don't you just ignore that shit? And also with abortion, just ignore it. just like you ignore the kids in foster care. Prick. Nobody, nobody is. Yeah, somebody left because they were scared. Um, but yeah, basically, if you're not being hurt, why would you give a fuck? Like, if, like if I tell like a racist joke and okay, enjoy. If I were to tell like a racist joke and then some white kid came up to me and was like, "That's so offensive. I can't believe that." And you ever start saying something, you just get bored of it, and you just stop talking about it? Because I wouldn't make a racist joke. I was gonna say like if like a black person was laughing at it, saying that it was funny, and then a white kid came up to me and was like, "That's offensive," and the black person is like, "No, it's not. Shut up. You don't speak for me." But like that wouldn't happen because I wouldn't tell a racist joke, which that would ignite that situation. Let's move on. Creative. It's funny because I'm gonna do my Espanol homework. I missed my French homework. But yeah, creative mediators can often see things from unconventional perspectives. With their ability to make surprising and unexpected connections, it's no wonder that many mediators are drawn to creative pursuits and the arts. Absolutely. French. I take cooler Spanish, which is French. So, sleep on that. Ooh, we're gonna get to the weaknesses. Hell yeah, I can't wait to see the weaknesses. I kind of want to take this personality quiz and choose like the worst possible pathways and see if um see if it tells me that I'm a fucking psychopath. Like you are the least empathetic human being on the planet. You are extremely assertive. You are way too judgmental. You are so analytical. You're not even human. You have no feelings. You observe everyone in a fucking creepy way, and you also keep to yourself to plan for your next attack. You fucking psycho. So let's go through all the different aspects. But yeah, passionate. When an idea or movement captures mediators' imagination and speaks to their beliefs, they can give their whole heart to it. People with this personality type can be reserved or reticent, but that doesn't diminish their strong feelings for a cause that matches their ideals. You mean like a B flat diminished chord? Yeah, I'm very passionate about a lot. Loyal to their values. Doing the right thing isn't always easy, but mediators' far reaching vision can help them stay the course. When they're doing something meaningful, these personalities can have a sense of purpose or even courage that helps them true that keeps them true to their values. They're also kind of dyslexic. Okay. Idealistic. Wow. Fuck. Oh. Ooh. 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 I'm not private at all though. Like that's why I said like I try to get. I tell something everybody about myself. I tell something. I tell somebody everything about myself and try to get to know everything about them with one conversation. Like with our first conversation, I'm like, I need to know everything about this person. They need to know everything about me, and that's not a healthy trait. But I'm not difficult to get to know. You'll probably understand who I am with. I mean, like you. I don't really hide it. With you saw it with my fucking podcast. I don't hide anything. I was just going all out on that. So maybe that'll urge you to listen to my podcast or watch it because it's on Spotify too. Um, but yeah, if you want, you can listen to my podcast. Anywho, um, yeah, we are overly idealistic. Mediators can take their idealism too far. People with this personality type might idolize their romantic partner or expect every aspect of their job to feel meaningful. I heard a ringing, so like I don't know, but yeah, um I do often think that like if I had a romantic partner, I would idolize them. I would worship them. I would just be all over them at at every waking moment because I'm like that. That was the cat. I don't think you could hear it, but that was the cat's food dispenser because we're lazy. Um, but yeah, and if I have a job where like one aspect isn't where one aspect I don't like where there's one aspect I don't like about it, I'll probably fucking quit because not every aspect is good. And that's definitely a weakness. That's not good. This can set them up for disappointment when reality falls short of their dreams. This is exactly how the hype for Cyberpunk 2077 is going on. Like everybody's like, this is gonna be the third coming of Christ. It's going to be the greatest game ever created. It's going to be the greatest piece of media ever brought to mankind. The our ancestors are going to look at this and be like, "Man, we should have made Cyberpunk 2077 instead of Fire because that will help us achieve world peace. Cyberpunk is going to be the only positive for the next millennia." And then there's like a missing pixel in one level, and like this game is ass. So, um, but yeah, honestly, because I do fantasize about my future, and I'm worried that if I don't achieve exactly that, I'm gonna be disappointed. I mean, sometimes I tell myself like, uh, maybe I should add a trigger warning here for suicide because sometimes I tell myself that if I don't have like a partner or a good job or if I'm just like not if I'm just not happy by like the age of 30, then I'd probably just kill myself and see if I can start over because like, oh, you didn't achieve your dreams at 30, you're never going to. That's yep. I told you I have no boundaries, and there's way more where that came from on my podcast, the dumbest podcast on Spotify and YouTube. You can watch all three consecutive episodes at once on YouTube because they come from one stream, but I split them into three episodes on Spotify. Um, and you get to watch the Connect 4 gameplay on YouTube. And I value YouTube views more than Spotify views, so like, go watch shit, please, if you have 5.5 hours to spare. Um, yeah, self-critical mediators can expect so much from themselves that they inevitably fall short. When this happens, they may accuse themselves of being selfish or woefully inadequate. This self criticism can erode their motivation to get things done and their willingness to prioritize necessary self care. God damn. That is way too personal. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I was saying before that I don't take uh, good care of myself. Um, I mean, I'm not in danger of killing myself. I just don't take like incredible care of myself, Um, impractical. When something captures mediators' imagination, they can become so consumed by it that they neglect practical matters. I gotta. That they neglect practical matters. Yeah, I. I mean, I do like things that are more practical, so I don't know. Some people with this personality type, god damn it. Some people with, I keep getting notifications, but some people with this personality type even neglect eating or sleeping as they pursue their passion. Other mediators can become so enamored with an idea that they're afraid to act on it because they might not do it perfectly. Wow. All some of these strengths I kind of had to stretch to. Well, some of these strengths are more like upfront and basic. Like thoughtful, yes, I guess I'm thoughtful. I'm quite generous. I'm very open minded. I like to think I'm creative. I'm very passionate and I stick true to my values. But these like are deep cuts, emotionally driven. Mediators can become so focused on their emotions that they lose track of what's really going on. It can be a challenge for these personalities to slow down and make sure their feelings aren't preventing them from clearly seeing the facts of a situation. Keep yawning. Wow. Conflict averse. I don't know. Mediators generally prefer to avoid conflict. Yeah, they can put a great deal of time and energy into trying to please everyone. This desire to please others can drown out their own inner wisdom and make them painfully sensitive to constructive criticism. Honestly, yeah, I'm definitely like a lot more sensitive to constructive criticism than like upfront criticism. Like if somebody comes up to me and is like, "You're shit. You're so stupid." I'm like, "Thanks, man." But if they're like, "You're you procrastinate on every single project you're assigned and never get anything done. With this mindset, you're never gonna go anywhere in the future." And I'm like, Jesus fuck, man. Why would you say that? So yeah, uh, difficult to get to know. Meteors are private, reserved, and sometimes self-conscious. Always self-conscious and not very private. So this can make them somewhat difficult. I mean, why do you think I'm making this video or streaming this? This can make them somewhat difficult to really get to know. Their need for personal space can contribute to the guilt they feel for not giving more of themselves to those they care about. Not really. I mean, there are certain people that I hide a lot from, but like my best friends right now, I tell fucking everything to. That means you, Jacob. Don't worry. Well, I do hide a bit. I'm not as like I don't know. I fuck me. Hold on, my mom's calling. Hello.
Hi, should I make something at home or should I stop at Wendy's?
What would you plan on making?
Um, Kraft mac and cheese?
I'll take Wendy's
Or
because it's made on a
I think
stove.
I'll wait. I think I'd like to wait on the steak and cheese run cans there.
Okay.
And do you want a chicken sandwich?
From Wendy's.
Yeah.
Uh, can
Do
I
you want to
get
try a different kind?
a chicken sandwich and a burger?
Ooh,
Ooh, mixing things up.
sure.
Mixing things up.
Sure.
Okay.
I'll get you the 4 for 4. Do you want two 4 for 4s?
Sure. Just like I'll take two frosties as well.
Oh, yeah. And you might want a Frosty.
So like
And do you want some chicken nuggets?
a plain
Some
cheeseburger,
french fries?
plain cheeseburger, some boring, and a plain chicken sandwich with cheese. Some boring.
Alright. I'll see what I can find.
Okay. And
Okay.
if you can't get both, just get either one and surprise me.
Surprise you. I can get
Okay.
both.
Okay.
Just so you're getting the cheap chicken sandwich, not the fancy one.
Yeah, just like plain chicken with cheese on fried chicken with cheese on a bread.
Okay.
Okay.
Okie dokie. If the line's too long, though, I'm not staying.
Then go to Starbucks and get
And get what?
a cake pop.
Frappuccino for dinner?
Yeah, get a cake pop.
Those are like $4.
I know.
The biggest ripoff in America for one bite. I could go get you a thing of munchkins and put them on a stick, and those are 25 cents each.
Ooh.
Does that sound better?
Yeah, that for dessert.
No thanks. Cameron had a fit this morning because I didn't have time to take him to Dunkin' Donuts. Mind you, I never have time to take him to Dunkin' Donuts, so it's not like he decided when we got in the car that he wanted bacon, egg, and cheese bagel. Oh man, there's a line of, it's not too bad, 4 cars.
I guess I don't need to stream all this. I mean, it's not personal, but like,
Time for me to read you the menu?
I am gonna mute my mic. Okay, so like the call ended like 30 seconds after I said I was gonna mute myself because it was going on longer than I expected. But yeah, romantic relationships. This is the hot stuff. I can't believe everybody left. This is getting good, dude. Oh, it only has one like. That is quite homosexual. Homosexual. Okay. Mediators are dreamers and idealists, especially when it comes to romance. The concept of true love resonates with them, and they're unlikely to be happy in a relationship that is founded on anything less. That is too true. Oh my god. Yeah, honestly, if any aspect falls short, I won't be in love, and it sucks. Like, my ideal, call me a narcissist, but my ideal partner is just a carbon copy of me with a pinch more confidence. I mean, maybe I should buy a mirror and stop making out with it. People with this personality type may find themselves daydreaming about the perfect relationship, imagining how it would feel to share their innermost selves with another person. Absolutely. Oh my god, this is really a lot. Finding what's real. Wow. Wow. Hopelessly devoted. Wow. Yeah. Honestly, this is pointing out a lot. I think I'm gonna try and not do that with the next partner I have. Most mediators don't just want to find a partner, they want to connect with a soulmate. This idealism is among their most endearing traits. It's what enables mediators to look past superficial appearances and remember what really matters: a love and in life. Absolutely. I mean, obviously, I have like physical stuff that I find attractive, but if I'm really connecting with someone, like if I'm really connecting with their personality, it doesn't matter what they look like. Because yeah, I'm in it for the long run. I don't want 80 superficial dates. I want a soulmate for life. Just one single soulmate for life. It's nuts. It also makes me less likely to cheat. So, and also I would just never cheat in general because I'd be with my soulmate, so it wouldn't matter. I wouldn't need to. I don't know what I'm saying anymore, but that said, mediator personalities need to make sure that they see their partners as they are, not as they want them to be. After all, no partner is perfect, and even the most beautiful of relationships has its challenges. With time, many mediators come to learn that true love doesn't just magically happen, it takes compromise, understanding, and effort. But why, though? Why can't love be perfect? Like in the movies. Movies really fucked us over. When they hopelessly devoted. When they meet someone new, most mediators can't help but compare that person with the ideal soulmate they've imagined in the past. Unsurprisingly, this comparison tends to weed out more than a few potential partners. Not everyone can match mediators' standards for morality and authenticity, and their idealized expectations might not be realistic. As a result, single mediators might sometimes worry that they'll never find anyone who's a match for them. Fuck you. It's like I had a I really want to be a stand-up comedian. And I have like an entire stand-up routine written down. It's actually kind of killer, and that's literally one of my topics. I talk about all the things I do as a lonely person and like how terrible it is. So fuck you. You stole my stand-up bit. I can sue you now. When they do find a kindred spirit, mediators show themselves to be passionate, hopeless, romantic. Wow, that's kind that. I bet I don't think that's like an ill phrase, but it sounds really mean. You're a hopeless romantic. You're you're passionate, but you'll never find love. At the same time, they'll still respect their partner's independence. Mediator personalities use their compassion and insight to understand the people they care about, and they use their creativity to make their partner feel special. Absolutely, I will make my partner feel like the only girl in the world. I'm saying I want to marry Rihanna. Okay, that's the whole point of this entire video, to get to that conclusion. Now I can end the stream, but not really. So don't you dare go away. We'll be right back with the sweet life of Zach and Cody. Mediators share a sincere belief that two people can come together in a relationship and make each other better and happier than they were before. Yes, that's what I want. Most mediators aim to accept their partners as they are. That said, these personalities also want to help their partners learn, grow, and pursue their goals. Yet I would put my partner before myself in every way. That's it. I would be like, I'm just so selfless, you know. I'm just, but yeah, I really would put all that. Uh, I would I really would ignore everything about my life to make my partner feel special. And if you exploit that, it means you suck. um, Mediators are always dreaming up ways to improve themselves and the world around them. The last thing they'd want is for their partners to feel unhappy or stuck. Yeah. As a result, many people with this personality type dedicate themselves to helping their partners improve their lives. Although this is a noble goal, mediators may need to be careful not to lose sight of their own needs and priorities. They might also need to make sure that their partners are really ready to change. As long as they do so, mediators' support and devotion can make all the difference in their partners' lives. Finding what's real. We still got like 6 more of these to go. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Finding what's real. Mediators tend to avoid conflict whenever possible. This can help make their relationships stable, but it can also compromise the authenticity of their connection with their partners. These personalities may try to make their partners happy at all costs, sacrificing their own needs and preferences. Mediators may also have a tendency to mentally fixate on problems in their relationships rather than discuss them openly. because they don't want to trigger a conflict. Because they don't want to trigger a conflict, they may find it difficult to talk about what's wrong and why. This can cause significant issues in their relationships. After all, their partners can't read their minds. That's the part where I think I'd be the opposite because I would, as we discussed earlier, that I'm incredibly open and I talk about my. Like, that's the one thing, that's the one constant uh, thing that isn't true to me with this whole thing. Like, like, this basically this analysis of my personality says that I'm private and I don't like to share a lot about myself, and I'm hard to get to know. But really, I'm the opposite. I share everything. Like, if you ask something of me, no matter how personal it is, I'll just tell you without fabricating anything. You're like, what's your biggest kink? I'll just right there in the middle of the cafeteria. Anyway, but yeah. So yeah, I would probably be very open about everything. So don't worry about that. People with this personality type may need to remind themselves that open, honest communication is necessary in a relationship. That ain't a problem, my guy. Even if it isn't always easy, it's very easy for me. These moments of candor can transform a relationship for the better. Then I'm all set. As long as they communicate openly, mediators are more than capable of staying true to themselves in a relationship and encouraging the person they love to do the same. By bringing their whole hearts and minds to their relationships, mediators can find out what it truly means to be the Ghost of Tsushima. Right? Right? Huh? Right? Yeah. Next, friendships. Oh boy, here we go. You ready for this, guys? I hope my friends are watching. I might berate Tyler for not joining and just tell him to watch right now. Because he knows absolutely nothing about me. It's not like he joined. It's not like he was the one in my podcast, in my 5 hour fucking podcast. Uh, Mediators are among the most social of all introverts. I mean, like, I'm definitely introverted. I won't like go down. I won't like go down and see my neighbor's son and start talking to him. I don't even know if any of my neighbors have kids around my age. Um, so I wouldn't do that. But I mean, like, if I find somebody interesting, I will try to talk to them a lot. Um, they care about even their most casual acquaintances. Very true. That said, they're still introverts. That means that they tend to feel most fulfilled by spending time with a small, intimate circle of friends. Yes, whenever I hear like small, intimate circle of friends, I always think of like my friend's birthday party back in January. It was just her and like four of her friends, including me, and it was so much fun. It was so much fun because like I mean I didn't know any of them, but we had all texted a bit. We had a group chat. We'd all texted a bit before that, and it was a lot of fun. And like I briefly mentioned earlier, I became extremely depressed when I got home because I was like that was so much fun. I didn't want to leave, and I ended up having a sleepover with all of them. It was awesome, guys. You should have been there, but not really because it's just us. And it was back in January, so like it's be tough for that to happen again by her next birthday. Um, but early in a friendship, mediators may yet be somewhat reluctant to share their inner lives. They may try to draw out their new friend instead, learning more about that person's passions and motivations. As the friendship progresses, however, mediator personalities can find it very meaningful to share their secret dreams and ideas with somebody they know they can trust. Yeah. I really like the graphics. They're pretty cool. The search for kindred spirits. In looking for potential friends, mediators might find themselves drawn to people who remind them of themselves. Specifically, they may. There's just something on my screen. Specifically, they may look for people who share their curiosity curiosity about human nature and their belief in doing the right thing. Among these kindred spirits, people with the mediator personality type may feel accepted and understood in a way that helps them bloom in their own time. Yeah, I rarely make friends or acquaintances with people of like the opposite personality type, like classified personality type. Like I don't have any I mean, I know they're my friends, so I'm biased, but I don't have any friends that I think are like me, like they all have the best intentions with everything they do. They're just like me. We're so humble and selfless. And with that, my last viewer left. Um, ooh, my mom's home. Oh my god, parenthood. Okay, I mean, I can just like skim through this. Yeah, this is getting quite dreary. Uh, Meaning and fulfillment. Few things give them more joy than bringing like-minded people on that journey with them in their own understated way. Mediator personalities enjoy helping others learn and grow. They can find a unique opportunity for this in parenthood from the start. They want to be warm, loving, supportive, and open-minded. Absolutely, yeah. I want to be like warm, love. I want to be warm, loving, supportive, and open-minded parent. That's what I want to do. Yeah, you can just like look at all this. Scroll if you really care. You can do that. Career paths. I wanna be a composer and a stand-up comedian and a psychologist, uh, and a stripper. And what? Huh? Okay. That doesn't take care of the bills, but also feels fulfilling. Yep, absolutely. Just want to spend. I just want to do what I love while making a comfortable salary. Workplace habits. That doesn't matter. Conclusion. In conclusions, few personality types are as poetic and kind-hearted as mediators. That's right. I'm super fucking nice. I'm so nice. And if you don't think that, then you're a bitch. I'm a nice guy. How would that change your life? Would you look at yourself in the mirror more kindly, devote yourself more freely to you don't need to be changed? Oh, you throw with big dreams. Maybe you'd pursue a career that makes your heart sing, finish a novel you've always wanted to write, meet a new friend, do an activity you love, bring your best, brightest self. Yeah. Only 37% mediators say they're satisfied with what they've achieved so far in their lives. There's a myth that mediators don't get things done. Fuck that. Wildest dreams. That is motivates you deep down academic paths. Well, I'm gonna end that. Thank you for joining me on this journey. And I'll see you in the next video. C'est la vie. Go be kids.